Hey guys, yeah, happy TGIF. It is Friday the 13th, if you're into supernatural kind of stuff. However, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about something that I actually am glad was done. You see, yesterday, even though I didn't know about this, and I kind of said in my question that I was kind of late to the party because I put my questions out late last night. But Jim Miller, the supervising director of Friendship is Magic, did a little bit of a Q&A. It was raining. Apparently, according to his tweet, it was raining and he was bored. And he wanted to do a Q&A, but he suggested, or he asked respectfully, that nobody ask him about episodes yet to air in North America. And a lot of people gave him a peripheral of questions, MLP related and not so much. Me, I went the MLP direction. And I asked him 3 questions. I asked him, 1, why did Lauren make Spike Gaga over Rarity? Because a lot of people want to know that. And he basically answered by saying you would have to basically ask Lauren directly. So I guess if we want to, fans like ourselves, me, you guys, we can tweet Lauren Faust and see if maybe she'll answer back and give us an answer to that. I mean, I think she has given an answer, but I honestly want to see if maybe that's a confirmation. Then I asked him about bringing Rarity and Spike's arc, Spairty, if you will, back to the forefront in season 8, and it culminating in its moment in Best Gift Ever. And he basically said that it was done to be in context of the story, that basically overall it was a real collaboration on the writers and the board artists and all that. It's like the writers basically put it into script and the board artists drew from that. But basically he said that it worked within the context of the story for that season, and I guess for the special as well. So there you go. They obviously had a reason why they brought it back, and I guess the moment in Best Gift Ever was the culmination of doing that. And then I asked him about Dragon Dropped, and I asked him whether or not he believed fans could interpret the ending of it, of whether or not it made Spairty come to an end or it made it stronger. And Jim Miller himself, in the tweet response back to me, he said, yes, fans can interpret it any way they want. So if Jim Miller himself is willing to come out respectfully, is going to come out on Twitter in his Q&A, in the Q&As he was doing, and tell fans like me that yes, it's up to your interpretation how you see it, then there's going to be a lot of us, more so than I think any other portion of the fan base, that's going to come out, and I say that respectfully, any other portion of the fan base that's going to come out and say that what we saw with Dragon Dropped made Spairty stronger. Because one fan at the MLP forums, when they did the review on the episode, said that if it wasn't for that last scene where Spike shows back up at the gem caves, and after he says that he and Gabby had a great day, but he'll always still want his Rarity time, one fan said that if it wasn't for that gem, we wouldn't probably still be debating about Spairty being alive or not. But yet, that one little moment at the end, that right there, I think, is what Jim Miller is talking about when he basically said that yes, you can interpret it any way. And I know fans don't want to hear that. I know fans that don't support Spairty don't want to hear something like that coming from someone like Jim Miller. Because to them it's like, really? You're pushing a young child and a grown adult? But here's the thing. Nobody ever said Spike was not a grown adult. The truth is, depending on how you interpret it, Spike could be a full-grown adult dragon. He's just small for his size. Really, that's about it. He's just small for his size because he's less greedy than any other dragons. I mean, he'll have his moments, but, he's less greedy. He's greedy, and by being that, he just lets his natural growth come through maturity mentally, and possibly the physical part will come later. And yeah, if you interpret it that way, it makes sense. So, yeah, even Jim Miller said yes, anybody can interpret it any way they want. And like I said, there's a majority of fans out there that will basically say yes, this made Spairty stronger. Even Dr. Wolf basically said it's not the end of Spairty. I know Miss Anthropony might even have to acknowledge that too once he does his review, whenever that is. I know Voice and Del Wilsonator will have to do the same thing too. But the truth is, it's up to a fan's interpretation. If you feel it did, fine, more power to you. If you feel it didn't, then again, more power to you. And like I said, I haven't been in this fandom long enough. What I'm trying to say is I haven't been in this fandom officially as a brony, as long as a lot of others have. But basically, I could definitely tell you from experience being in other fandoms that when you have a majority of the fan base behind a certain pair or ship romantically, then they're going to interpret it any way they want. And if there's an episode that kind of focuses on it, especially if that episode's in the last season, then yeah, they're going to interpret the fact that how it ends still keeps it alive or it doesn't. So, again, like I said, there's many that believe it interpreted, being made stronger. But yeah, Jim Miller did a Q&A yesterday, answered my questions, and I just asked him, about them, and I might put the Q&A, my questions and his answers down in the description box if I can, so you guys can see it yourself. But yeah, overall, I think, I just wanted to ask him a few questions, and the last one I asked him kind of, in my opinion, answered that question we've all been wanting to know. And that it's up to us, the fans, to interpret how we saw Drag and Drop perceive Spairty, when it was all said and done. So that's about it, guys. Let me know what you all think down below, though. Comment if you like, and I will talk to you all later.